free solar energy for you. Welcome to Goose Pond Hideout. There's some geese over there, and I'm Rob, right? So, free solar energy, free electricity, right? All you got to do is buy yourself some solar panels, hook them up to your power station, and you're good to go, right? And I mean, obviously you got to pay for the panels, but these are 100-watt panels. So I got 4 100-watt panels, 2 hooked in series. So that's like, think of like loading batteries into a flashlight or something like that, end to end. So positive to negative, and then these 2 over here, positive to negative, and then the 2 pairs are hooked together in parallel. So if you think about your watts equals volts times amps, is these are 20 volts. So when you hook 2 in series, that makes 40 volts. So 40 volts and 40 volts. And then each panel is 6 amps. So when they're in series, the amp stays the same. And then when you hook the 2 sets of 40 and 6 and 40 and 6 together, now you got 40 and 12. I hope that makes sense. Not that it's that important, but when you get into it, you got to get into those kinds of things. And that's what I want to share with you today is, you know, the stinking thinking, don't have no stinking thinking, is the way I look at life is part, you know, being self-sufficient. This way, you know, we can make a little bit of electricity. And the funny thing is, that's kind of interesting thing, is our electric bill here for most of the year runs about $75 a month. And if you, in the summer it's more because of air conditioning, but for most of the year, October to May-ish, it's about 75 bucks a month, really consistent. And the thing is 40 bucks of that is a fixed cost, and about 35 bucks is our actual electricity. So like if I shut the electricity off or we didn't use any at all, we'd still pay 40 bucks a month. And 35 of that, you know, is the electric charge. And our bill went down $4 last month just from using these panels on our little bit of, you know, our little tiny power station, the Delta power station. And it's crazy windy here, but I've put this off for days. It's just, you know, that's this time of the year, the wind blows. It's either pouring rain or tornadoes or something, so hopefully you can hear me. So yeah, our bill went down a whole 4 bucks out of 35. I mean, that's pretty significant just from these 4 little panels. But, you know, the reality is we can charge our devices, like our phones and our tablets and our laptops or whatever. We can run a few lights. We can cook on a hot plate in the kitchen if we need to. If we got a little hot plate that we can plug into the power station, so, you know, if our power's out, we got something to cook on. In summer, we can cook outside on the grill or that, but it's all about, you know, being prepared for things. And that's where I got thinking about, you know, for the next 20 years, we've got electricity, at least a little bit. And the thing that I really want to share with you, the thought that's, you know, really in the back of my head, is always be learning something. That no matter how old you are, if you're, you know, when you're young, you learn, you go to school and you learn something every day. And I remember a little joke there is the little kid goes to their first day of school, and when they come home, the parent says, well, how was your first day of school? Did you learn anything? And the kid replies, well, apparently not enough because I got to go back tomorrow, right? So, you know, but as you get older, it's easy to stop learning, and people don't read books anymore or that. So I'm always trying to learn something. So that's one of the reasons I bought the power station and bought the solar panels, and, you know, got to research it and look up how to wire it. And it's that you're always using your brain and thinking and coming up and, you know, doing things. That's what's important, is always be learning something. And it might be learning about gardening, learning about animal care, learning about making your own electricity, you know, whatever it is, always be researching and learning and experimenting, because that's the best way to learn something, is to actually do it. Because when you make a mistake, then you really learn from that, as opposed to just, you know, reading about it online or in a book or something like that. And so be thinking about, you know, some kind of solar panels, and you know what might fit in with you. And you know, these are 400 watts altogether, which, you know, 3 or 4 hours of sunlight, and you can see the thick pollen on them. I try to clean them off, and within an hour or two they're covered with pollen again, even if I wash them off. So I've given up on that for this time of the year. But you know, that's, you know, so you got to take that into account. And so always be learning, always be trying some new things, whatever it is. Be doing stuff and having some fun with it, because that's what, you know, what's the point of living life if, you know, you don't want to be living in fear, you don't want to be scared of stuff. You want to be having, you know, fun and enjoying life and living in the moment. So be thinking about all of that. This is just a quick video, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you could hear it. But again, it's been like 3 days of wind, so I thought I just want to get out here and chat with you a little bit. And so I can't believe the geese behaved this whole time. Usually they come over squawking at me. Feed me, give me some corn or something. So it's all about your freedom, right? So have some freedom.